Google does not care if you are making money from your ads. Their goal is not to grow your business. Their objective is to provide users with a good experience on their platform, and we're going to dive into how you can achieve that in order to get better results from your ad campaigns. Now, first, we need to understand what actually determines what you pay per click and how you actually rank. So if we dive into the Google article itself, we can see that what determines your ad rank, the quality of your actual product listing or your search ads, is your bid and the quality of your ad and landing page. And again, that can mean a lot of things, but Google always wants to prioritize how people are feeling and interacting on the platform. And one of the main metrics that it optimizes towards, which we often brush over because it's not a hard KPI, is click-through rate. Because if you think about it, it solves two pain points that Google has. Number one, providing people with a good experience. If it sees a lot of people are engaging with your ad compared to who actually sees it, that's an indicator that it's a positive ad. And so it's going to reward you with cheaper CPCs and higher quality scores. That goes for both search campaigns and that goes for also shopping campaigns. And so you always want to be optimizing towards closely matching what keywords you are targeting with a very specific ad and landing page. And that's why I always preach, don't build your ad groups around keywords, build them around themes in the way that people search. The days of running single keyword ad groups to a specific landing page are completely over because there's so many different ways that people search, and we want to be matching their variation of searches to the best possible landing page and with the best possible ad copy. And keeping that point in mind, if we look at an example of a search result, we can very easily determine which one has a higher click-through rate. And that's going to be the one that has a unique product image. And so when we're running ads, we always want to be thinking about how can we be polarizing, because if you're competing on something like price, you are a commodity. But if you have a unique product listing, as we see Thursday Boots, they have a different product image where everybody has a white background. They actually have a lifestyle image, which makes them stand out from everybody else in the market and instantly draws your attention to the listing. And again, if the click-through rate is going to be higher, Google recognizes that it's a good ad and it's getting a good experience and it's also making money for Google because people are engaging, it's going to reward you with better ranking. And the same goes for search ads. If we're filling out all of the possible assets that we can, so adding site links, adding store ratings, having full descriptions, headlines, images, it is naturally going to allow us to rank better. And we can actually see this live example where there's a listing that is taking up much less real estate because we don't have all of these other assets in place. So if we do actually use all of the different assets that Google has, there's site links, callouts, structured snippets, price extensions, store ratings, and images, if we use all of those, Google is going to have as much opportunity as possible to match the right type of assets to a given search that you want to target. And you might be wondering, how do we actually measure what our ad rank is? And the way that we do that is we go to campaigns, keywords, and then we want to add the columns quality score, landing page experience, expected click-through rate, and ad relevance. And what actually makes up your quality score is going to be your ranking with landing page experience, expected click-through rate, and ad relevance. So typically what we always want to aim for is a keyword quality score above 5 out of 10, because that's going to put you in the optimal range of actually ranking, of actually being able to rank high enough. And if you look into your actual account and you see you're below a 3, you're going to see a warning that says eligible, limited, low quality score. And that's something you obviously want to solve for, because if you see something that is below average, for example, expected click-through rate is below average or ad relevance is below average, you want to test segmenting certain type of keywords, the ones that you see have this low ad ranking, and actually create tailored ads around them where you have the keywords mentioned, you have unique selling points, you have social proof, and a very specific landing page, because your landing page is also taken into account here and how long people are actually engaging and spending time on it. So you always want to be optimizing towards that. Now again, if you're over a 5 out of 10 keyword quality score, chances are you're doing fine here, but definitely if you have a low keyword quality score, that is 100% something you want to solve for, because what happens is you have to bid very, very aggressively for the same type of searches as someone with double the keyword quality score at a 6 or 7 out of 10. And on the Google Shopping side, where you don't have keywords that you're targeting, how do you actually assess the quality of your listings and your feed? That's by actually going to Merchant Center and looking at your store quality, because Google actually assesses the quality of your store and takes into factors like shipping and returns, your product ratings, actually having reviews, good product images, the experience on your site, so how fast it is to load, the resolution of your images, to actually determine if you have a good quality store in the first place. And now if you don't have an exceptional ranking, then I would definitely be optimizing toward this. You always want to have an exceptional rating, because anytime somebody actually searches up your brand, there is a top quality store badge that shows up, and Google also rewards you with lower CPCs and better ad ranking. They actually used to have a little section that said by achieving the exceptional quality score badge, you have increased ad ranking and that little badge, but they removed it. But again, that is still the case. So you always want to look into here and see how you can optimize any component of user experience. So for us, for example, again, something we don't really have is promotions for this client. But again, if you do have promotions that are active on the site, even something as simple as a 10% off, 15% off, you always want to make sure that's active in Merchant Center. So if you actually want to get better results from your Google ads and stop paying inflated CPCs, always optimize towards your keyword quality score, segment out certain keywords into themes, not single keyword ad groups, and build ads tailored to the way that people are actually searching, with a mixture of keyword-based headlines, unique selling points, social proof, and a unique landing page to match with it. I would definitely experiment with using new landing pages, perhaps sales pages, advertorials, which are more blog style posts that are a little bit salesy, pushing the person to actually convert, because any mechanism you can implement to increase the average duration that person has on your site as a result of an ad click is going to indicate to Google this advertiser is actually relevant to the search the person is making. So always optimize towards that. And on the Merchant Center side, always optimize towards an exceptional quality store, because if your shipping and return policies, your product ratings, your promotions, everything is dialed in and Google sees that, and Google is able to easily crawl it, it is going to reward you with higher ranking and lower CPCs. And this can actually be the difference between you being profitable on Google Ads or having to pay twice as much per click and having twice less the ROAS. If you have any questions based on what I covered, feel free to comment down below, or if you want me to go in more depth for a specific component of this video, I'd be happy to do so. Just let me know. I'll see you in the next one.